Hello, everybody. So I think these images are very familiar to all of us. And these people that I name as the invisible heroes are the ones who harvest our food, who take care of our elders, who clean our streets. These are the ones who make our life running. Unfortunately, they do not, the narrative that is built on them does not always reflect this reality. If we look at their journey, they leave their families, they work hard, not just for themselves, but to support their family. They really turn sacrifice into survival and survival into dignity. They work hard. Normally, they dedicate very long working hours with very low wages, but they make the sacrifice to send faithfully remittances to their family back home. They really work to make sure that their families that are most of the time in their country of origin receive the basic goods they need to live. But more often that we can imagine, the remittances they send are diverted from their final objective, turning their sacrifice into frustration rather than empowerment. Normally, when they send this money that is normally diverted from very close relatives, their father, their wife, their husband, their brothers, this is a big problem. In fact, a few years ago, we conducted a survey just to understand what was the scope or the extent of this problem. And we saw that 82% of the migrants we interview, among which I include myself, have been at least once victim of this kind of abuse, that they send money for food or for a basic need, and that money is used for other things that are really not important. And from this situation that we really identify the social problem, it is the unfair use that is made of the remittances that are sent by migrants to propose a solution from Baluwo. And our solution is to give to the migrant the possibility to buy himself the services and the product he or she needs for his families back home. And really, that is our perspective, and these are the basic needs we provide in our system. From food, from electricity. I do not know whether you know that in many African countries, electricity is prepaid. You pay it before you use it. And migrants that are anywhere in the world can buy electricity from our system and for their family to use it at home in Africa. They can also call directly to their family, because there are many migrants that come from rural localities where internet is not available. And to these people from our application, they also make a direct call to their family. And I can ensure that for the migrant, communication with the family is very important, and they dedicate time and resources to being connected to their family back home. We give them also the possibility to recharge, to top up the mobile of their families direct from here. They can also charge their mobile in the country where they live. From Spain, from Italy, from France, anywhere they can charge their mobile, and they can send money. We define ourselves as a cash-to-good company. We really try to give to the migrant the possibility to buy goods from here for their family to collect them at origin. And in this case, money is really a kind of accessory product we put in our portfolio, but it's not really our core business. These are the countries where we operate in Africa. Here we will see 17 countries, but now recently we incorporate a new one, which is Equatorial Guinea, where migrants from this country can acquire all these products that I listed before. And I can ensure you that it is not very easy to have this kind of full control of this end-to-end process, because there are many stakeholders that are involved, from the client, from the retailer, from the operators in the countries of origin, and from the retailers in Africa. And in this case, in all these countries in Africa, we are directly connected to the mobile and electricity operators of all these countries. That means that if you buy something from our application, in less than 1 minute, the beneficiary and the buyer, they receive the notification that the transaction has gone through. And in terms of logistical preparation and technological, it's a very big challenge for us, but so far it's going very well. Our business, we have 3 lines of business that are very different. The first one is the retail. The retails are mainly shops, called shops, ethnic shops that are held by migrants, and we have a network of around 1,000 shops that are based in Spain, Italy, France, and New York, basically in the Bronx area. And this product, the same way that you can acquire our product from the application, you can go to this shop with cash and they sell the same product. Because we have a big reality that is very characteristic of African migrants, especially in Spain, in France, in Italy, that most of them, they are not digitalized or they are undocumented. And for us, it is very important for us to make available our product paying cash in physical shops. The second line of business is B2B. As I said before, we are connected to the mobile and electricity operators in Africa. And this gives us the possibility to sell this product to other retailers that can, on their turn, sell the same product. And we have this privilege of being the main operators of Africa top-up throughout Europe. And the third one is the application. You can send money, you can recharge your own phone, you can send any phone in Africa, you can make direct to call, you buy electricity, food, or construction material. All these products we have, our aspiration was to build an all-in-one app where migrants can find all the needs or the product they will need to support their family. For us, it's very important also, the same way as we have a network of around 1,000 shops, retailers in Europe, in Africa, in all the countries where we work, we have more than 950 shops that also serve as a collection point. So when the migrant buy any product from our application, his or her family can go to any of the shops that are located in the locality of origin of the migrant to pick the product they have bought. And it is our option from my company not to work with big supermarket. We work with small shops that are located in the locality of origin of the migrants. And most of the time when the migrant, they go to the app, they know the shop that are listed in the application because it really sounds to them. And this shop is located in Nigeria, and this guy, Musa, is one of our Salesforce man that is based here in Barcelona. So when we come to talk about our impact, so I have tried to categorize it in the paying countries, meaning the country from where our client buy products, in Europe, in UK, in the United States, and in Canada. The impact, we try to have an impact on the migrant. How? Helping them optimize their assets, paying less to receive more in Africa. But also we try to help them in their digitalization. As I mentioned before, many African migrants we deal with are not digitalized. And we understand that it is our duty to dedicate resources and time to help them in this process of digitalization. And also we help them be connected with their families. And also, all the shops and the retailers that we work with here in Europe, in general in the United States, are held by migrants, mainly Africans, Moroccans, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan. And we think that it's very important to give them support. And I think the most direct way to do this is to have a fair partnership with them and to have a fair distribution that is of the margin that is generated by the business we do with them. And in this point of how we impact our African workers, this is our Salesforce team that are all based in Spain. There is one Nigerian, 3 Senegalese, and 3 Gambians. And these people, none of them has more than secondary school education. Some of them have never been at school. They have some Arabic school, Quranic school in Africa, but have never been in school. But from in our company, we saw that we have a good opportunity to try to contribute to change the narrative that is built on the migrant, meaning that they're only good to work in agriculture or in restaurant. We will train them, we will empower them, and we'll give them the opportunity to demonstrate their value. And just for you to know that my company have generated a turnover this year of 18 million euros. And half of this money comes from these people that are managing. So they're responsible of managing all our network of retailers throughout Europe and the United States. And the last one is how we support local economy in Africa. As I explained before, we don't want to work, and we had received offer from big supermarket to give us good price that we get a bigger margin. But for us, it's very important to give support to dynamize this local economy at grassroots level. So for us, it is a big responsibility. Every year we conduct a survey just to know if really we are going in a right way in our mission of social impact. And this is our last survey of 2024, where we ask some question to our customers, okay? How is the quality of life of your relatives in Africa since you use Baluwo? And you see that more than 80% think that it has improved. Another question is, what impact would you say Baluwo service have had on the life of your families? In here also you see how they appreciate or how they give value to the work we are doing to impact their family in Africa. And for the last question, what aspect have improved Baluwo with with the use of Baluwo? Union of the family, because the migrant normally they are developing a life project in a transnational space, meaning between their country of origin and their country of residence. And we try to make this distance closer, enabling them to communicate in a good way, in a good price with their family at origin. And also important services not previously available in Africa, because for us, we try to have presence in the locality of origin of the migrants, not only in big cities. And normally, if you go in small villages in Africa, you see that Baluwo is present head shops. And I think this is a way to make available product to these people. These are some figures about our work. For the last 12 months, we processed more than 3,800,000 orders: food, electricity, mobile top. And these by more than 200,000 customers to nearly 1.5 million beneficiaries. Okay? For the ongoing 2025 up to 31 October, we have generated an accumulated positive EBITDA of 283,000 euros. We have, as I said before, 1,012 active point of sale. That is the network of retailers that are situated in Italy, Spain, France, and New York. And we generate an annual turnover of 18 million euros. Okay? In Africa, we have 966 retailers in Africa, and we have created 32 active job positions in Africa. In all the countries where we work, we have a team of 1 or 2 people that coordinate the work. And all our customer service are located between Senegal and Gambia. And this gives the possibility to our customers that are majority African to be attended in their local languages, in Wolof, in Mandinka, in Fula. They have this possibility because when they have any issue, the person that assists them is based in Africa. And this makes me say that really our objective, apart from making money, because if the business is not sustainable economically, it will be impossible for us to hit our social mission. But our results have demonstrated that it's possible to hit the social mission while making good numbers. And with this final picture of the Baluwo family in Spain, thank you for your attention.